Hey guys, GhostStar38. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome, comic fans, and more importantly, Phantom fans. Today I'm going to be bringing you another Frew Phantom review. Today I'm going to be reviewing issue 1836, The Angel of Retribution. So before we get started, if you like this type of content, be sure to click that like and comment below your favorite Frew story and subscribe to stay up to date for more content just like this, and be sure to hit that bell notification and be sure to turn your settings on to all. Now with that being said, let's get started, shall we? It also includes Heart of Darkness Chapter 5, Part 6, as shown here in the back of the cover. It takes place during World War I. This was originally a Team Phantom story from Egmont in 2019. Near Russia, it starts in Russia. A couple of the Russian workers are digging Rasputin out of the cold river. So this is Rasputin, the bad monk is dead. About 100 years later, this is the Skull Cave. Looking for something in the Chronicles, but I can't find it. The events of Glastonbury. The strange man claimed he was the infamous Rasputin from Frew issues 1833 and 1834. Rasputin died over 100 years ago, exactly. He was poisoned, shot, beaten, and drowned by a group of conspirators who saw him as a threat to Russia, so this plays into some of history. He was a charismatic man who gained influence over the Tsar's family by helping to heal the crown prince, Alexei. It was believed that he was born Tsarina, had a bad influence on the Tsar, and that's why they murdered him. I'm sure my ancestor mentions him somewhere, but I can't. Here it is. The story unfolds in 1917 when Rasputin was already dead. It can't be right. There must be some mistake in the entry. We'll see. I'll read the story for you. It starts in London in 1912 with a certain Alice Liddell, and basically it goes into some backstory. She's basically trying to support women's rights. He's like, stop, you're under arrest. Female voting rights, give women voice. Wealthy woman to be contained to throw stones in a shop. Basically, she has going back and forth with this lady. Alice is going back and forth going with somebody. It isn't fair the way women are treated in this country. We're second-class citizens. Bless the suffragettes if they can't change that. As a maid, I was abused, and then when I got pregnant, I was thrown out into the street. I live with a thug who hates my child and abuses me, who thinks I'm too British. Stop chatting and get back to work. In 1913, the frustrated suffragettes felt over being ignored, made them adopt more militant methods. Against the government persist in refusing to listen to us, and now we will not stop until our demands are met. Women should have suffrage just like men instead of being discriminated because of our sex. And it has a couple, and I guess Alice meets a friend of hers. Cops are beating some of the women. Use the batons, men. Home to the laundry tubs with you. Yeesh. So basically the crowd's been dispersed. Forgive me, dead how? It was Fred, that creep you lived with. He went berserk and beat her to death. I'm sorry, Alice. Are you alright, my girl? No, I'm not good. That very day, Alice became a suffragette. In the coming years, she participated in the events in the fight for women's suffrage. And it goes into some details of what happened back then, and then comes across Rasputin. Yeah, she basically ends up meeting with Rasputin. So yeah, that's interesting already. It's like, come with me. I was like, I shut him up. But the particular meeting had not gone unnoticed. Soon the pictures were studied by security. So this man saved the woman from the mob. Exactly. So basically the cops are talking about Rasputin. He was murdered a month ago. The operation is finished. I know, but I'm sure it's him. He undoubtedly is a threat to England's security. The Phantom shows up and beats up some thugs. This is the 20th Phantom, or the 19th, I imagine. Phantom is doing his thing here. Place blows up. How are you? Drink this. No thanks. What happened? The gas explosion caused parts of the building to collapse. Witnesses heard gunfire. 3 men wanted for murders in Bengala. I tried to catch them. A stray bullet hit the gas pipe. Do not worry about them anymore. They're dead, all 3 of them. My men wanted to arrest you, but I said no. Why? Because I know who you are. My name is James Flood, grandson of Sir Gerald Flood from Phantom issue 1750. 1570. My grandfather told me stories about you. Ah, Sir Gerald. Of course, how is he doing? He's retired, but in good health. I'm working for the Secret Service, concerning matter of national security. James Flood told my ancestor about Rasputin and Alice. Crazy ideas like voting rights? Exactly. The idea is laughable. Women are helpless creatures who aren't able to make any decisions. Ouch. Well, that's how things were back then. 21st century would disagree with you. I do not agree with that. My experience is that women are fairly resourceful. Thank you, Phantom. But this Alice Liddell is dedicated. She participated in an arson attempt. They were successful. Several people could have died. And then they argue back and forth. And then Rasputin's basically gaining control over Alice. They're having some back and forth. Walker open up. And then there's the Phantom. They're having some back and forth again. It's like, police, hands up. What's the use of your pitiful little gun if there's no air in the room? You'll both die of suffocation. He's like, child's play, please. Everything went black when my ancestor woke up. We were in a real fix. What happened? I got nowhere and I couldn't breathe. He must have hypnotized us. The fire's still burning without air. It would have gone out. Maybe, who knows? Who are you? You look like Rasputin, but it's impossible. He died in Petrograd more than a month ago. That's right, the fact that I died several times that night, that's why I'm here, is for revenge. So now the truth starts coming out. I have no grudge against the foolish Yuspov and his accomplices. After all, they only acted out of love for the motherland when they tried to kill me. But it's with you, gentlemen, it's different. I know your agents were planning my murder. Just keep talking, my hands are getting free. I'm trying to avenge Lloyd George, of course. Why have you come here to kill the Prime Minister in his capacity as War Minister? He's politically responsible for the security police's attack on me. So basically, he wants to kill the Prime Minister. During my trip to England, I read about suffragette movement and realized that Lloyd George is their enemy as much as mine. I'm telling you this because it's too late. As soon as I came here, I started searching for an impossible person. I found Miss Liddell. She became a perfect angel of retribution. I'm telling you this because it's too late to stop her. She's already on her way to a rendezvous with the Prime Minister. I said, ticket, please. Yes, everything's in order. Won't celebrate victory yet, Rasputin. You are better at talking than tying knots. Fool, do you really think you can beat me? He's incredibly strong. So basically the Phantom tries to get into a fist fight with Rasputin, and things don't go well. And Rasputin pushes Kit Walker out the window. But needless to say, he's the Phantom. He ain't going down that easy. It wasn't my intention. I tried to break free. Impossible. He would have broken every bone in his body. Forget about him. The Prime Minister is in trouble. Let's get going. To Victoria Station, we have to get there by train. The snowstorm holds up, so that's Alice meets with another agent of Rasputin's, and she's handed off a package, and they get the gun to try and assassinate the Prime Minister. I'm sorry, we have to go out in this weather, Stanford. It's awful. Are you sure we can keep going? I think so, sir. And Stanford, the Prime Minister, gets into an accident. They find the person off the side of the road, and Alice tries to kill the Prime Minister. The cars are wrecked. I don't have time to help Flood and the other driver. I am the only one that can prevent the attack on the Prime Minister. It's a dummy. And there's the Prime Minister. He somehow made it out, and she tries to kill him. He's like, no, don't shoot me. It's like, shoot him. Do it now. He's like, no. And the Phantom knocks the girl out. He's like, that's the gun. It's like, what happened? It's over, Alice. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot. That was a little too close. Who are you? Who is that woman? What's going on? It's rather a long story, Prime Minister. She failed. I can feel it. The security police is on my heels now. It's impossible to try this again. I need to leave the country. This is where the story ends. It's obvious that Rasputin is not an ordinary man. He seems to possess special powers. I have a feeling that we will meet again someday. I must be ready when the day comes. And that's how that story ends. And of course it continues here with Heart of Darkness. The Phantom's unconscious, but the tomb or building explodes. I have not read Heart of Darkness, so I'm not very familiar with how much goes on here. That's probably Diana. She's flirting with an old boyfriend. Some guy's spying on him. That lovesick idiot got here before me. I have to hurry. No other opportunities. And then there's the tomb. You'll be that gang of neo-Nazis quietly now. The door is blocked. The stone steps are our only chance. So someone's carrying the Phantom out of here. They found what their treasure's looking for. Like I said, I haven't read this chapter much, or like their Heart of Darkness, so I don't know fully about what's going on. A bunch of guys catch one of the person that saw the room explode. He knocks him out. You and your Nazi pals can go to hell. Shoot the Jewish pig. Not yet. We needed to talk to him. Hans, Dieter, take him to the barracks while we finish searching here. So basically it sounds like a World War II story. Stuck. Leave it. We like photograph everything. And then it goes back to Diana and her old boyfriend, and an old boyfriend. We meet again. This time you will not get away. It's like, be ready. And then Diana defends herself from this person. And that issue ends with that guy trying to kill her. So all in all, that's how the book goes. There's some ads in the back here about some more stories about the Phantom, The Return of the Sky Band by Lee Falcon Ray Moore, The Movie Stars by Falcon McCoy, and The Slave Market of Mukar by Falcon Berry, plus 3 newly created sequels, Revenge of the Sky Band, Jungle Love, and The Child Soldiers of Mukar. And that's about it. So I hope you guys like this little look here at this issue. I certainly enjoyed going over it. And until then, stay tuned for more Phantom videos like this going forward. So until then, I will see you guys next time with another video. So take care. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at in the world. And peace.